Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the mobile app coaching. My name is Glenn Tompkins, senior instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. In the background, I have Koo. Joey is not here with me on Fridays, but we have Koo. So Koo, thank you for being here. Thank you guys again for being here as well. So I'm going to wait and see until the alert hits. We got 22 people in the room, 23. Let's get a little bit more people in the room. John says, VV Nation and bacon heard you. Did you make me some bacon, John? I'm looking for some bacon. Yeah, now you got me. I got to go get some bacon. Sigh. I was fine until you just said that. And thank you, Koo, for that. Right now, everybody who's here, share the stream. This is the only way we can get more eyeballs into the live stream. Share the stream. Only 203 people watching. No, I got 23 people watching. You told everyone at the bowling alley last night? Well, they ain't all here yet. I'm wondering if the alert hit. I don't think the alert hit just quite yet. All right. There it is. I think the mobile app coach, I think the alert hit. I just got an alert at the top, as you can see. Let's go see. We do full carnivore here, Glenn. Beef, butter, bacon, eggs. Gotta love that. You gotta love that. All right. Or maybe today we just won't get a lot of people. But I think it's important because you know that I am my unofficial title is your mobile mentor, number one. And number two, it's all about the power of the program in your pocket. Being out and about and being able to use the power of the mobile app is what it's all about. Not everybody can be tethered to their computers all day long. And for those of you who don't want to be, that's the power of the mobile app. And knowing that a lot of people have made a lot of money in a lot of stocks that they own, this is a good time to protect profits. Make sure if you are a VectorVest subscriber, you watch tonight's special presentation called Protecting Profits. I recorded that and it will go out tonight for those of you who are subscribers to the VectorVest system. For those of you who are YouTubers who are not a subscriber to the VectorVest system, it's going to be out there for you as well, showing you and showcasing the power of the VectorVest software to help you in this time of why we're telling you this is the time to protect profits. There's a lot of techniques in there. There's a lot of reasons why, and we bring it up there. Glenn, I like TNK in the base. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of your stocks, but let's get into the meat and the potatoes. The meat and potatoes is protecting profits with the mobile app. All right, that's what it's all about today. So as we look at the mobile app, let's look at what's going on our homepage, on the overview. The markets are up today. And you probably are saying, well, why are you talking about protecting profits and the market is still moving up? Aha, you know why? Because what goes up must come down at some point in time. And the VectorVest system or software has the tools to let you know when the market is looking for a top. And we can show that to you time and time again. When that indicator gets to a certain level, the market is more apt to turn around. Now, what else is going on? We know that the market is toppy. We've talked about the July high. We talk about that every year, and it shows its head every year. The July high, once sometime in July, we get a high point, and then we tend to pull back for the summer going into the fall where we start to pick up again. The Fed raised interest rates again, tightening down on the economy. That's going to affect banks now are starting to show more interest in the money that you put into the bank. That's going to pull people out of the market. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in the background that are working to let you know that this is a time to protect your profits. A lot of people, new people today. Hello, glad to have you guys join us today. Thank you for that, Koo. So we've got 113 people. Koo put the link in the chat. Folks, share the chat. Share the link. Share the link. Let's get people into the room to show them the power of this. Bottomless Cafe Bustelo today. I had one cup of coffee, I think. Yeah. I'm going to probably have another cup of coffee as well. So, all right. So, homepage. Looking at all of the major indices are up. The Dow is up 0.6. The Nasdaq is still pushing. AI is still pushing. Still pushing tech stocks along with earnings. The S&P is up 1%. The VVC is up 0.8%. Scroll over. Gold is up today. Look at that. Is it the right time to get into gold? Maybe if we get an opportunity, we'll take a look at that today. But gold is up. Oil is up. I'm bullish on oil. I do have an oil play right now. Kinross Gold is up over 2%. And REITs, look at that. Mortgage is up 1.4. What else is in here? Boil is up, which means that coal is down on a natural gas play. Another REIT or mortgage is up 1.17, and there's the opposite of coal and boil. All right, so those are the stocks that we always take a look at the top. We can monitor those and put those right to the top. If you don't have any stocks up there yet and you want to add more than just the indices, look at the plus button in the top left-hand corner where it says today's market. Look to the top left of that. You're going to see a plus button. Click the plus button, and now you can add your own stocks to that top row. Let's say you want to take one of the best stocks up at the top. Click on AEHR and notice that it will now add it to the top. From a mobile perspective, simplicity is what it's all about. So while I'm out and about looking at my mobile app, I can pay attention to not only the indices, but the stocks that catch my attention that I really want to see at a glance without having to fumble through the app. And you know something, there really is no fumbling through the app. But again, simplicity, putting it at the top so I can keep on looking at them whenever I want to is very important. Again, the power of the program in your pocket. That's what it's all about. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Today's market is mildly bullish. So you know while you're out, if you're in your stocks, you know today you're okay. You're going to let your stocks do their thing. We talk about our market timing. There's our 4 main market timing calls right there at your fingertips as well. The confirmed call is up. The DEW, which is more of our swing trade, is up. The green light buyer is neutral and the primary wave is down. Now, keep in mind that the primary wave is the fastest, most aggressive timing indicator that we have. And it will go back and forth, back and forth. It's more so for those more aggressive traders. All right, today it's down. Even though the market is up, that just means that the market is not higher on a week-over-week basis, so the primary wave is still down. That's still some semblance of caution. All right, scroll down a little bit more. Our market update. If we click on it, it will show you the news. It will give you the daily color guard report. So that's right there for you. The power of options. There was the last week's special presentation. Again, keep in mind, I've got this week's special presentation. We'll go over that tomorrow. And of course, we always look at our weekly newsletter called the VectorVest Views, or the essay. Oops, that's not the essay. That's just the views part. This is the timing part. Move that over. Oops, move that back over again. Did I click on it? Nope, that was the timing. That was from last night. Strategy. And, you know, the guidance that we gave going into today was more like prudent investors should not buy stocks at this time. But the market is up today. Well, one day doesn't make a trend. The guidance is still the guidance. We're still telling you it's not the right time to buy stocks. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market as it develops with more of a bias to the downside. But as we mentioned, the market is up today. Again, one day doesn't make a trend. Not only that, when we go down to the color guard, what's the predominant color you see? Yellow. What does that mean? Slow down, cautious. All right. Keeping all that in mind. Today, you know, looking at the bottom of this, today, we've got 68% of our stocks going up, 20% of them going down, and 11 of them unchanged. So if you're a little bit more aggressive, even though the guidance says it's not time to buy stocks today, but, you know, I'm a big fan of, especially if I'm out and about and I've got a little bit of money on the side. On a day like today, I take today as it comes, but I'm probably not holding those stocks going into the weekend. All right, this is more of a trade day because we got this many stocks going up right now. Shout out to the team that built the mobile app. John, I am with you 110%. This mobile app is so powerful, folks. Many of you who are here that have the mobile app have the desktop version as well. But there's a lot of you out here that are just on the mobile app, and these weekly sessions really hone in to just how powerful the mobile app is. And for many of you, that's all you need. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And I'm not going to try to upsell you to anything. If all you have is the mobile app and it works for you, then that's what matters to me. My job as your mentor is to show you the power behind it so that you can effectively use it. All right, so that's looking at the overview. Let's go to the VectorVest views. All right, this is there it is, my weekly newsletter. There it is. We can always click on it. And this was last week's essay. Last week, no, it still wasn't last week's essay. Glenn, what are you doing? You know something, Glenn? I don't know what you're doing either. Let's go back to the views. All right, and hold on. Let it do its thing. Technology is only as good as when it works. Sigh. All right, let's go. There we go. Rising Treasury yields. That was July 27th. There it is, the weekly newsletter. Finally, I found it. All right, reduce risk, cope with uncertainty, and engage in income opportunities. So every week within the app, we do give you our newsletter written by Angela Akers. A lot of insightful information to help you make money in the market. Every Friday. All right, let's go down to my watch. Before we get into my watch list, now let's talk about the portfolios. Keep in mind that these portfolios that I manage are only done live. So I don't make any trades throughout the week. I only do this live because I think that that's the power behind it. I only do them live on Fridays. And the people who have filled in for me probably don't do it, and that's fine. They're good in and of themselves, but I only make trades in these portfolios live in the sessions. Now, the cool thing about this is when I look at these mobile app, I started this on April 27th of 2023. Okay. You notice that this portfolio is up over that time period, 7.27%. I've got stocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks. I'm fully vested. All right. I've only got how much money on the sidelines? It doesn't say. All right. But look at that. 30% in TQQQ, 18% in Apple, 17.8% in JBL, ECL, 9.6%, and STRL, 9%. Some of you are in some of these stocks as well, right? And that's a good thing. All right, 7.29% since April 27th. That's not half bad in the current market's conditions. Now, I own these stocks, but now let's say, a stock like TQQQ, I'm up 30%. How do I protect my profits and not give that all back? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Remember, these are stocks in my portfolio. I simply click on the stock. All right. And from the stock scenario, I look at the stock. I click on it. Let's go back. Let's go. I really want to set an alert on this. What do I not do? Let's go click on stock news, close the position. Let's see if I click on close position. Let's go see. I don't want to do it that way. So, tell you what we're going to do. TQQQ, I'm going to go a different way. Let's go look up TQQQ. TQQQ. Now I'm looking at the 1-year graph on TQQQ. Now I have the little bell icon in the top right-hand corner to set an alert. Now there's a difference between setting up a stop. The stops that I have that I can set up are stops that I can set up on the desktop and let it manually run that way. But from a mobile app perspective, I want to bring up the graph, okay? I'll hit the alert. Now I'm going to create an alert. Now I'm looking at the stock. Here's where the stock's price is currently. Where do I want to put in a stop and get an alert that the mobile app can send me? Well, see this level of support right here? That might be a good place to set a stop. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Do you agree with that? Yes or no? That if the price goes below that blue line, that is a great place to take your profits. Type a yes or a no in the room. All right, I'm not going to do anything until I get some feedback from you, because this, again, is where the rubber meets the road. This, from a mobile perspective, you can get the mobile alert to let you know. And look at this. Look in the middle. It says alert when price crosses below that 42.38. I think that's a great place to take your profit. I'm going to click on create, and now the alert is created. I go about my business. And then when the stock's price goes below that price point, it'll send me an alert. I'll click on recent alerts, and it will show me that that stock went below my alert price. And now I can go to the portfolio and take that off the table. Now, Haas says how to get a support line. I drew that line specifically off of the 1-year graph. All right, let's go back to my portfolios, go back to the mobile app. I got an alert set on TQQQ. Haas, I'm going to do it again. All right, why don't you sell now? Because the stock is up 30%. I can sell now, Amir. All right, but I don't want you to do that just because. I want you to have a plan. Now, Amir, if you're comfortable because the stock is up 30% to go take it off the table now, go do it. But I'm giving the stock, if the stock market wants to continue to move higher and the stock wants to move higher, I'm giving myself more opportunity to still make money on that stock. Does that make sense, Amir? Let's go to Apple. So I'm going to click on Apple. Now, remember, it's in the portfolio, so you don't see the little alert button there. So let's go do this. Let's go look up Apple. Click the eyeglass. Go look up Apple. Bingo. Now it's on the 1-year graph. Now you see the alert button in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to click on it. Create a new alert. Now, Haas, when I go to bring up the alert, see this blue line? It automatically goes to the current price. I can now move that up and down. Do you see that, Haas? So let's go look at Apple. Where do I want that? See this nice little swing low down here? I can go to one of two places. Let's bring it down to that swing low. Boom. I look at that and I say to myself, I think that that's giving back too much. All right. I want to, especially if I know that the market is looking toppy, I want to be closer to where my price is now. So I put my finger on that Haas. I move it up. I think that that's a better price, knowing that that's a good, solid level of support. And you notice in the middle, it says, alert when price crosses below 191.10. So you see the green bar that's moving up today. If it goes below that blue line right there, I can now set that alert. I'll click on create. Boom. That alert is created. And again, when I go to alerts, it'll give me an alert when Apple crosses below that price. Lee says, do you prefer a stop as opposed to a trailing stop? That is a great question. A trailing stop trails X amount of percent from the highest price that the stock has hit since you owned it. I'm fine with that. All right, but I can't set an alert on a trailing stop, not on the mobile app. I can do it in the desktop. And in the desktop, it will, look at the stocks that are in my mobile app and adjust and make a stop from that perspective. Does that make sense, Lee? All right. And if that's the perspective you want, you can do it, but it's got to be in the desktop. Remember, everything that I do, I never use the desktop. Everything that I do in these presentations is only in the mobile app. All right. So I like a trailing stop, and nothing wrong with that. But from a mobile app perspective, let's go back to portfolios. From a mobile app perspective, I'm looking at the stocks that I own. Now I look at JBL. JBL is down 0.9% today, right? But we're up 17.75%. All right, let's go click on it. Again, because I'm looking at it from a portfolio, I can't get the alert. Now, this goes back to Amir's point. One other way, notice that I got a moving average on here. Another way is I can see the stock is currently moving very quickly towards that moving average. Amir, I might be well suited knowing that I'm up 17% on this. I could be thinking about taking this off the table now. Does that make a sense, Amir? There's a difference in taking it off the table right away because I see the stock's price is going down, rather than taking the stock off the table right away, knowing the stock is going up. Does that make sense? Amir, because I think this answers your question. Why not take it off the table now? This one I'd be more apt to take off the table. All right, let's go back. Let's get the eyeglass first. Let's go look at Jabil. Amir, you might be right. Let's go click on alert. Ooh, but it's right where I really want it to be. See that little swing high right there? See that little, it's very close to that right now. See that little swing high? And it's coming to that. I'm going to set my alert right there. I'm going to set, and it's real close to that. I'm comfortable that I should still be able to maintain some profit depending on when I got into the stock. Now, I'll create the alert. Remember, look in the middle. Alert when price crosses below 107.07. That's where that blue line is. And it's very close to it, but it's not there yet. Again, it keeps me from being knee-jerk reactionary. It keeps me from being anxious, and it sets a plan. That's a plan. And I'm not just doing it out of emotion. I click on create. That alert is created. Bingo. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go back to my portfolios. Let's go back to the next one. ECL. Again, big move on ECL. Big move. Well, let's go look up ECL. Set an alert. Create a new alert. That blue line is right where it needs to be. Do you agree? Yes or no? That blue line, see that little swing high right there? Right at that little swing high? That one is perfect right where it is. I don't have to change it. All right. Amir, we'll take a look at SMCI in a moment. I am going to create this. All right, let's go back. Uh-oh, something hit. I heard something hit. That might have been on a different portfolio. I heard the alert. I heard the alert. Boarding close. Wow. My wife missed her flight. Wow. Hi, I got to get back to her. Sigh. How do I remove a stock from the overview? When you say the overview, you talking about up here? One of these stocks? Let's say we just put on AEHR. I can, hold on. There's a way to do it. I think, well, that's a good question. That's a good question. There is a way. Oops. I wonder if it's a swipe. There is a way. That's a great doggone question. And I'm stuck because I'm not sure. Hold on. That's not it. Hold on. There we go. Hold it down. Hold down on it. Jim, there you go. Hold down on it. You see them wiggling around like this? When you see them wiggling around like that after you just hold it down, hit the little dash, boom, it's gone. I knew there was a way. All right, I knew there was a way. That was a great question. I don't know how many other people in the room had that question, but that was a great question. I just had to figure it out. I've done it before, but it's not something that I do very often. So I'll do it again, like cold. I'll put my thumb on it, hold it down until it starts moving around like that. Hold on loosely. That's right. Don't let go. So I did that, and then I hit the little dash, and it goes away. When I'm finished taking stocks away, I hit done. Bada boom, bada bing. That was a great question. So let me finish with my portfolio. Oops, not that one yet. Mobile app. Did I do them all yet? No. STRL. Let's go look it up. STRL. Let's go put an alert. Create a new alert. I'm going to go down to that swing low, the wick on that swing low. No, maybe this candle right here. See that red candle look like a hammer before it went back up again? That's where I'm going to put my line. Notice in the middle, alert when price crosses below this 56.17. Create. There you go. Now remember, in the desktop, you don't have these alerts. So the power of doing it in the mobile app, especially, even if you are at home, the app in the background can still send you an alert so that you can get out of the stock. I love this. I'm thankful that today gives me the opportunity to show you the power behind the mobile app alerts. And again, the alerts are not in the VectorVest desktop, but they are in the mobile app. And you can do the same thing in whatever portfolio you have in your desktop, because you'll see it here. The portfolios you have in your desktop will move over or show you in the mobile app. You can set up alerts. How many of you found that to be useful? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you have found that to be useful? And that was the reason why I wanted to make today's presentation specifically around the power of the mobile app alerts. Folks, that right there, if you are a mobile, even if you're a desktop user, this should start making you utilize the mobile app more. That in and of itself should start making you guys, even if you are desktop people, to start utilizing the mobile app more. All right. I guess I didn't impress many people. Only 3 people type 1. Listen, I can only do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it. Forget about it. All right. I like the interaction, though. I don't want you guys to just think that I'm sitting here talking at you. I want to talk to you, and I like having the conversations with you. You guys hold, you know, your words hold power, and that's why you come here. This is why you come here. All right. What features are available when compare different mobile subscription? What features are available when compare what different mobile subscription? You talking about to competition, AD Trans? Because I don't know much about the competition's mobile apps. All right, and if that's what you're asking, ask the question a little differently, because I'm not sure what you're asking me. Okay, all right, but the big feature in our mobile app as compared to our desktop app is the alerts. The alerts are key. All right. Did I do all of the stocks yet? Did I do STRL? Hold on. I think I did. Let's go. Maybe not. STRL. Oh, I did. You see that the little alert box is colored in. That means I do have an alert. All right, so that was on that portfolio of stocks. Let's go to my other portfolio, Mobile App 2. These are just stocks that are $5 or less. All right, I still only have 1 stock in here. I did not add any more stocks, but let's click on it. Let's go look at UGP. Let's go set an alert, create an alert. Gonna move it right about. I could use that gap, because it did fade the gap, but I could use that gap. I think I'm going to use that gap. All right, there it is. Alert when price crosses below $3.78. Stock is moving a little sideways. I'm going to move it up just a little bit as a level of support. There it is. The stock is moving a tad bit sideways. There it is at 382. 3 mobile subscriptions available at VV comparison. Oh, so what features are available? Lisa's probably not here. Go to our go to our site and look up look up our mobile app. There's Mark, what are the 3 titles for the mobile app? Mark, do you remember the 3? Premium allows creating portfolios. Premium is the top tier, AD Trans, and it gives you pretty much everything that I'm showing you here. The other 2 have a little less. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest way to talk about it. Now, another thing, if something that I'm showing that you don't have, it'll give you an opportunity to upgrade to the next tier. It's in that folder. Which folder? What? Don't you? If you're talking about the Jockey Club folder, don't start, Drew. Don't, man. And I could be jumping off base. It's in. Which folder you talking about, Drew? Go ahead, Drew. I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you're smiling behind your computer, I'm giving you an opportunity. I figured that. I so figured that that's what you were talking about, Drew. Mark, stop laughing. Because Drew is already laughing enough for the both of you. It's Drew and Mark, stop. Now I knew that's what you were talking about, Drew. As a matter of fact, folks, that is an inside joke for our jockey club. That's an inside joke for our day trading room. And I knew where Drew was going as he's laughing behind his computer. And Mark's sitting there going, what? Mark, notice Mark didn't say nothing? You noticed that, right? You notice Mark didn't say a darn thing in the chat. All right. So we created that alert. Did we create? No, not yet. We're going to create it now. That alert is created. I missed the phone rang. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. I think that all of my portfolios that we look at here, my top 5 weekly picks. How many of you follow my videos on YouTube on Mondays, my top 5 weekly picks, on my top weekly picks? Type a me in the room. How many of you, did you announce a watch list? No, Mark, I didn't. No. How many of you follow the Monday videos? Type a me in the room. How many of you follow the Monday videos? Every Monday, I give you my top weekly picks for the U.S., for Canada, and for Australia. All right, folks, if you don't watch them on Mondays, please do. As a reason why, I think you should. Here, I did build a portfolio on 1 week's worth of top 5 picks. I click on it. See what that's up? That's since June 5th. That's a month and a half. See what my picks did? 28.65%. Folks, if that's not enough for you to tune into the Monday videos, I don't know what are. So every week I give you utilizing the power of the VectorVest software, I give you my top weekly picks for those 3 countries. I follow all of the VV videos, Glenn. Still waiting for your grilling baking on the Blackstone video. Y'all want to see that video? What's a good alert for NVIDIA? Hold on, Amir, because we're going to look at SMCI and NVIDIA. We're going to do that today. On the stocks that you give me, we're going to look at where you can use the mobile app to set your alerts on those stocks. All right, so when I ask for stocks, don't type them in now. All right, don't get me triggered. Don't get me yelling. When you give me your stocks today, we're going to use the power of the program in your pocket to set alerts on the stocks that you give me. Anytime on Mondays, Lee, they're always Monday at 6 p.m. That's when they go out. But after Monday at 6 p.m., they're up there for you that you can go watch them. All right, so this was from June 5th, top 5. Look at these wins. Everything is up over 20%. This is a great, you wanted to talk about SMCI, Amir? It's one of the best stocks that I've got in that portfolio that we bought on June 5th. So I'm going to click on it. Man, look at that stock. Just look at that graph. And a lot of you have some stocks that look something like this. And you're wondering to yourself, when should I get out of the stock? You know why? Because what goes up must come down. All right. Because I'm in the portfolio, I can't do an alert. I'm going to go search for it. It's going to remember that's the last stock I looked at. SMCI. Well, that stock. How many of you are trading? There it is. John says, I sold SMCI at 100. I'm such a loser. No, you're not. No, you're not. So, how many of you own SMCI? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you own SMCI? Type a 1 in the room. All right. And whether you're on desktop or not, this mobile app, I'm going to set an alert for you. I'm going to set an alert for you that you can even use so that when you're out and about, you can make a decision. Let's go click on create an alert, create an alert. Man, do you want to give back that much? Yes or no? Do you want to give back that much? Looking at the graph, yes or no? I'm not worried about puts. I'm not I'm not talking about puts. I'm talking strictly about the stock. Do you want to give back that much? Yes or no? Look at where the price is and look at where my blue line is. Do you want to give back that much? Yes or no? Now, This is for two types of people. For the people that said no, we're going to move it up a little bit. For those of you who said yes, leave it alone. For those of you who said yes, leave it there. For those people who are more apt to say no, I'm going to raise it up right about to that body right there, the body of that hammer. All right? Now, for everyone who said no, is that better? Type a 1 for yes, 2 for no. Type a 1 for yes if that's better. Type a 2 for no. All right, for those of you who said you didn't want to give back that much, that's a little less. All right, that's a little less. And that's where I'm going to set my stop. That's where I'm going to set my stop right there at 297.29. 297.29, all right, which is an 11%. Now, which is 11% from where we are right now. Notice that it not only gives you the price, but it gives you a percentage. So let me back up a little bit. From the price of where it is right now, not from the price that you purchased it at, from the price where you purchased it, put me some percentages you're willing to give up from this point. Put me some percentages that you're willing to give up from this point. All right? Type it in the room. Because again, it's the power of the alert. Notice that it not only gives you a price, but it gives you a percentage. Give me some percentages that you're willing to give up from where it is right now. Whether it's 5%, 10%, 7%. Francisco says 1? No. All right, you guys are probably catching up as far as the chat. What's the percentage that you're willing to give up? 5% says Haas. All right, so as I move this up, notice that my percentage changes. 4.8, and it's tough to get it right where I want it. Oops, 5%. Let's see if I get real close, Haas. 5.6. I'll take 5.6. You see that? Is that more what you're looking for? If that's the case, no. Where's the price? The price is still above that, right? Price is still above that. For those of you, and again, the power of the program in your pocket, the power of the alert. Not only can I set a specific price by looking at the graph, but if I want a specific percentage, look at that. It gives me that. I'm going to create that alert. Boom. Ta-da. Let's go back. Next stock, NVIDIA. That's the ETF for NVIDIA. Wow, look, these graphs look beautiful. This portfolio of the stock picks that I gave you is awesome. Amir says 2%. Woo. Jim says 3%. So, Jim, all you saw me do, let's go look this up, NVDL. No matter what the percentage is that you want to give up. Oops, there we go. Create an alert. This one is right at 0%. Let's go down a little bit. I'm going to set this back up at about 5%. Let's see if I can get there. 4.88. It's going to move. There it is. I saw that. Got to figure out a better way to do this. I'll leave it right there. All right, so it gives me a price. It's at 4.88%. Should I add more to my position? Woo-wee. So Haas, knowing that the market is looking toppy, do you feel comfortable adding more to your position right now? Let me set this alert. Create. Let's go. Let me do something real quick. Let's go look at the VVC. Do you feel comfortable? Put this on a 3-month graph. Do you feel comfortable adding more to your position right now, Haas? And that goes out to not only Haas, but everybody in the room. Does anybody feel comfortable adding to their positions right now? Type a 1 if you do. Type a 2 if you don't feel comfortable. Type a 1 if you feel comfortable right now adding more to your position. Type a 2. Stop it, Mark. Type a 2 if you don't think so. I'm on the side of 2. Especially if I've made some money in my stocks right now, knowing what's going on in the market, knowing that the market looks toppy, knowing that there's a lot of things going on in the background. I am a fan of, this is about protecting profits, not adding more, not loading up the boat more. All right, so based on that, value is more than current price. So that means the stock is currently undervalued, right? If value is more than current, stock is undervalued. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But even if the stock is undervalued, even if the stock is rocking and rolling, this is where a lot of us get into trouble. Hey man, the market's moving up. I'm fine. You almost feel bulletproof in your trading at this point because the stock has done so well, because these stocks have done so well. And you guys get to the point where you feel bulletproof. But let me tell you something. Ain't none of you Superman. And that's real right there. None of us. And I'd rather have you on the side of caution than to do nothing at all and watch it all go away. How many of you have been in that boat where you've been in a good position, you've made money, only by the time you got out, you took a loss? Type of me in the room. Everybody should type me in the room because we've all been through it. My job is to help to keep you on the right side so that that does not happen, folks. That this doesn't happen. I'd rather you take a profit. Now, on some of these alerts that I just set up for you, you don't have to take it all off the table. So instead of adding more to the position, some of these alerts, especially if you like the stocks long term, take half off the table. You can't go broke taking a profit, right? Don't be afraid to take half off the table, especially if you got a feeling that the stock's gonna be a good stock, that the stock's gonna be a good stock. Tighten the stop. Take half of it off. Don't close it all because you'll lose. So there you go. All right, there you go. So that where did that come from? I don't know. I'm a DJ, so I can do that kind of stuff. Yesterday, all the news channels said the world is coming to an end. Stop looking at all the news. You know something? You got VectorVest. You don't need all. Listen, what you're looking at right now with the VVC, this is better than anything that anybody out there on the news is telling you. And it's real. This tracks the movement of over 9,000 stocks. Don't keep your head on the swivel looking at this channel and that channel. Stay focused. This is the information you need. This is the value behind having a VectorVest subscription. This is the value right here. For those of you who are sitting back going, man, my VectorVest system hasn't made me a lot of money. I'm thinking about canceling it. I've always asked this question. How many of you have made money using the software? More people tell me yes than no. I just got an email, I still have to read it, of someone who reached out to me and said, I'm not making money with the VectorVest system. Actually sent me an email to talk about why. I'm going to have to answer that email because can't nobody out there on the other side of this screen tell me that you can't make money with VectorVest. I've been here for 19 years. Can't nobody on the other side of this camera tell me you can't make money with VectorVest. Nobody. All right. Amir says, you are the one who has been right all the whole year. It ain't me. It's not me. I love it when you guys try to attribute it to me. It ain't me. It's the software. It is the system. It is the power of the program in your pocket. It ain't me. I'm just a guy. I'm just a facilitator. That's what I am. What did Drew say? Check with Sean Payton. He'll take your... Oh, Lord. Really? Yikes. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's why I wanted to address that whole issue about should you add more. Let's do this. So I've got, did I get all my stops in? Not yet. This is the ETF for Facebook. Ooh, look at that. I know where to put that, right at the gap. Right at that gap. Boom. All right, create. Let's go find out after Facebook. YPF, good oil play. Ooh, it's coming down though. Let's go look it up. YPF. Set the alert. Create an alert. Ooh. Gonna go right to that wick. You know something? Because this stock is moving sideways, I'm going to go to yesterday's low. I'm going to go to yesterday's low. 2 big days down, a little rebound today, but I'm going to go to yesterday's low. It's going to be at 14.35. It's a little 2.5%. I'm okay with that. All right. Let's go to Modine. Let's go look it up. Click the glass, Modine, alert, create. Ooh, there's another gap. Let's go to the gap. Boom. Let's go to the gap. Let's go create. And now all of my stocks that are in that portfolio have alerts. They all have alerts. And again, I'm going to use the power of the alerts. All right. Now, let's go to nope, don't want to do that. Let's go to watch list, my watch list. Let's click the 3 dots. You can do the same thing on your stocks that are in your watch lists as well. Let's click plus. All right, let's go look at your stocks. We already looked at SMCI. Let's go look at your stocks. John says, I still hold YPF and up over 24% on it. Thank you, VV. There you go. Come on, market makers manipulation on some of our positions. I don't deny that. I think that setting up these alerts, though, makes life a little easier. There's Crocs. Next one, applied APLD. Is that applied? No, it's applied digital. All right, next stock, Tesla. Next stock, Pfizer. Next stock, shipping company, TNK. When the shippers work, they do. When they don't, they sure don't. C3AI. Next, Pam. Isn't that the spray you put into your food when you get ready to cook? Hi, Glenn. Good afternoon. Hi, Marie. EDU. That's a Chinese company, right? New Oriental. Let's go to Amazon, AMZN. Let's go to DraftKings, DKNG. Let's go to JEPI, JEEPI. Let's go to NMIH, NMIH. Let's go to Intel, INTC. Let's go to Nail. Let's go to Perry. Didn't I have Perry in here? I swear I just put Perry in here. Maybe I didn't. PERI. Where can I find earnings announcement on the mobile? Jim, let me answer that in a second. I'm not sure that you can. ATI. MRO, Marathon. AEHR, we already looked at we already looked at that one. LMT. Intel is already in the list. APLD is already in the list. Caterpillar. Microsoft. DAKT. Is that Trivago? TVRG. I don't have that. TV. Let's go look at Trivago. It's TRVG. There we go. I sold stocks yesterday. Now they're up. That's all right, Amir. That's all right. Hindsight is always 20/20. Don't ignore the fact that insider selling also affects the stock. Again, Maria, I'm not. Listen, I'm not going down that path today. Should we add anything today? Depends on how aggressive you are. If I'm adding anything today, I'm not holding it over the weekend. All right. If I'm buying anything today, I'm not holding it over the weekend. Palantir, GM, and I'm gonna put in EXROF because Mark wants me to. One more, MDB. All right. So let's create a watch list. What are we going to call this? 728, 23. 23 customer picks. All right, let's go bust a move. So I'm going to look at these as that you own all of these stocks. I'm going to look at these as if you own all of these stocks. What's up, BSMO? As you own all of these stocks, right? And we're going to put alerts on all of these stocks. Create an alert. You know something? I'm going to leave AVGO right where it is. That's a beautiful level of support. If you agree with that, say yes. Oops, stop moving. If you agree with that, say yes. That's a beautiful level of support. I'm going to leave it right there. All right, I'm gonna put that right there. Just I know there's probably a delay, but I think that that's a beautiful spot to put that right there. And I'm going to create that. And I'm going to create all of these alerts. I'm going to create all these alerts. I'm going to get all these alerts. But actually, I'm not going to create an alert. I'm not going to create an alert because then I'm going to get inundated with alerts on my mobile. All right. So I just want you, and as we look at these, you now know how to set the alerts. You now know how to set the alerts. All right. So, wow. Applied is very volatile. Be careful with that one. Be careful with that one. Yeah, it's pulling back. Be careful with that one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put these all on 3-month graphs. Looking at applied is right, breaking through a level of former resistance current support. I wouldn't mind taking that off the table now. Put Joey's phone number for the alerts. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Is it time to buy VXX? I'm a fan right now of the VIX. I think that as the market pulls back, my big bonus stock for you right now to consider is the VIX or the SQQQ. All right. I'm a big fan of the VIX right now. All right. But if you look at the VIX, let me see, I'm going to add a stock to the watch list. I'm going to put in, no, cancel. That's not what I wanted. Add to watch list, add to portfolio. I probably got to look for it. No, I'm not going to do it yet. I'll leave it alone. But I can add a stock, and I want you guys to pay attention to VIX. And if the NASDAQ does go down, I'd rather be in VIX than the SQQQ. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. All right. 3 months. Wow. EDU is running. You know where I would put my stop? Right at the gap, today's gap. That stock is running hot. I'd put my stop right at today's gap. ATI, a little bit of a bullish harami forming. The 3 and the 8 still look good. I'd find a level right at the swing low before it jump back up. That's where I put my stop. Same thing with Caterpillar. A little bit of a sideways base right now. I'd use the 2 wicks on those 2 red candles. Somewhere up in here to put my line. The 3 and the 8 held as well. Next one, I like that level of support on nail as a level of getting out. Wow, Decker. I would have probably been out of Decker yesterday. And look at that rebound. Even with the rebound, look at that. Even with the rebound, the 3 and the 8 haven't crossed back up. So I don't know if that was an earnings play. And the question was, can you find earnings? I don't think you can find earnings on the mobile app. Jim, I'm going to look into that. All right, because as of right now, I don't know that you can find earnings on the mobile app, but I'm going to look into that. All right, let's move to the next stock. Oops, I want these back on 3 months. Move to the next stock. Wow, another one, Tesla. Probably would have been out of it already. I liked when the 3.8 crossed on that big gap. That would have been my opportunity to get out of that. Either take half off the table or close the position. DAKT, 3 and the 8 are still solid. I would look at somewhere in this area to draw a line, not there, right about up in here, to draw a line from my level of my stop. Next one, man, Google's still moving. I would use that level of support right now as my level of getting out. Wow, TNK just broke through 2 levels of resistance and moving up. I would use those former levels of resistance as a level of support to get out. I do like ASC, another shipping company. I don't think shipping's on the move, but evidently 2 shipping companies are on the move right now. Now, question came up, should you add some stocks today? In my opinion, if I take like this company, ASC or TNK, and I jump on board, 1, I'm putting small position behind it. two, I'm probably getting out of it today. Does everybody understand that? All right. And I just looked at Decker. You just saw me. I just looked at Decker. Where the heck is it? I just looked at it. Didn't I just look at Decker? I swore I just looked at Decker. Tesla. There it is. I just looked at Decker. I just talked about how I probably would have been out yesterday, even though it's got the big rebound today. I probably would have looked at it. Yeah, I would have probably gotten out of it yesterday. It was a big enough move, and the 3 and the 8, and the 3 and the 8 cross. Google, Tinker, ASC, NIMH. You know what I do like? The 3 and the 8 are solid, but they are converging. Look at that. The 3 and the 8 are converging. That might not be a bad opportunity to take half off the table. All right. If I'm really thinking about pulling the full trigger, I'm looking at this level of the most recent swing high as my level of my alert. But I do see right at resistance, pulling back, 3 and 8 are converging. I wouldn't mind taking half off the table right now. I wouldn't mind taking half off the table right now. Let's go back. There we go. PAM. Another stock that I probably would have been out of yesterday. The 3 and the 8 cross, that's a big drop. A little bit of a rebound today, but the 3 and the 8 are still negative. Palantir. I own it. I have stops in it. And I'm going to put a stop on this one, though. I'm going to put a stop. I'm going to show you where I would put a stop here. Right about, that's a beautiful level of support. That's where I would put my stop on Palantir. If it crosses below 1596. If it crosses below 1596. I'm going to create that. That's one I do want. All right. Let's go to the next stock. Put this back on 3 months. MDB. I can find that swing low to put a stop in right there. Ooh, Crocs. That's just poopy. Yeah, there's nothing that I'm going to tell you in regards to Crocs right now. You know when it would have been my best time to get out of it? Right there, when the 3-8 cross. I'd rather you've gotten out there than to still be holding it here. All right? Albert is right. Crocs is a big ouch. That's a big ouch. But you know something? Let's go view the report. Crocs is a fundamentally sound stock. Relative value, 1.52. Relative safety, 1.34. What's hurting it right now is that it's in a downtrend. The VST is above 1. It's got a great comfort index, which probably is going to change with that big move to the downside. A lot of things about this company is really good. All right. I think it was an earnings report. I think that this was an earnings report. All right. Not even via Yesmo. You're trying to get me canceled. All right. AI in a little bit of a channel right now. I'd put my stop right at that swing low, right about here. Since it's in the channel, that's where I'd put my stop, right across from that. Wow, CNC, another big down. I like the move to the upside. That stock just fell like nobody's business. Now, there is no stop that I have for a gap. All right, there's nothing I can do to protect you from a gap. Why don't you have recommendations at the top? It's because I could put them on if I want to, but I'm not. I don't care. It's up to you. Wait a minute, Jim. You want recommendations? I don't know if I can put recommendations. You want recommendations? You put recommendations. Oh, it's up there. It does say it's rating hold. It's there. Remember, this is the mobile app, not the desktop. The recommendation is there. Right above the ticker symbol. Right above the ticker symbol. CNC beat earnings but down. Something tell me it was forward guidance. Watch this. Let's go to stock news on that stock. Something tells me it was forward guidance. Scroll down. Compared to estimates, CNC quarter earnings, a look, key metrics. Earnings and revenue surpass estimates. Interesting. Came out with quarterly earnings 210 versus 205. The quarterly report represents an earnings surprise of 2.4%. The healthcare company would post, all right, Overland, Centene, yeah. Centene shares have lost about 14% since the beginning of the year. The sustainability of the stock's immediate price movement based on recently released numbers and future earnings expectations will mostly depend on the management's commentary. So now I'm wondering what the commentary was. All right, let's click on done. Whew, that's a tough stock though. MRO, oil play. I think oil prices are rising. Another bout of inflation showing and rearing its ugly head, which I think is healthy for the economy. That's real, true supply demand, as long as you don't let inflation become transitory. All right. MRO, though, you could look at that support level as a level to get out. Perry, trending down, 3.8 about. This stock's got to do more to move back up the 3.8 before I feel comfortable even buying into it. Wow, INTC, I'm wondering if that was an earnings play. A lot of wick at the bottom. It's a lot of buying pressure. A lot of buying pressure on the stock right at resistance. I'd leave that alone. I'd use the gap on that candle right there as my level to get out. That gives it that much. Oof. Microsoft, 3.8 falling. Its only saving grace right now is that it's at a level of support. If it goes below that level of support, you probably should get out of it. That's a lot of give back right there, though. That's a lot of give back. How to remove a stock from a watch list. I think it's sort of kind of the same thing. I think it's a swipe, though. All right, let me get through these stocks real quick, Rick. Trivago, travel stock. It went up nicely, leveled out. I'd leave that alone if you own it. DraftKings, right at that level right there. Put it right across the bottom right there. There's my level because it's moving sideways. LMT, that was Raytheon that got hit, not Lockheed Martin. You heard the story about Raytheon's going to have to take a lot of their engines out of their planes. That's going to be hard for them. Lockheed Martin, though, right at a level of support. I'd use that level of support if you're still in it. That's the way to get out. Jeppy, leaving that alone. The stock is still doing fine. I'd use that level of the prior gap to get out. Amazon, nice move up today. I don't know if you held through that pullback. If you did, you got some testicular fortitude. If you held through that, stock's going back up now. GM, Ford just had to recall 870,000 vehicles because of a parking brake something or other. I tweeted that. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw the story. No, Pfizer's going down. Exroth. I hate that stuff. All right. Watch list. Let's go to a watch list. Markets, airline, cruise. Let's go click on one. I think the way to get a stock out of a watch list, if you swipe, see that? Swipe to the left, you can delete it. You got it, Rick? Just swipe to the left, you can delete it. All right, that was another good question. All right, I told you that I would get it for you. I just wanted to finish going through those stocks. Folks, we covered a lot of stuff today. How many of you felt that it was worth it to be here? If you felt that this was worth it for you to be here, hit that like button. All right. Today was a good day. You know why? I didn't have to use my IEK. Today was a good day. All right. So, a lot of great information. I love doing these presentations because I think that a lot of you don't know all of the tools you have available from the mobile app. You think, it's just the mobile app. It is beyond just the mobile app. The power of the program is in your pocket, folks. All right. Amir says, but should I start selling now? So I'm going to answer that question. Even with everything that I gave you, Amir, I'm going to still answer that question, but a little differently. Everybody in this room trades differently. So selling is a personal decision. What you don't want is someone like me telling you what to do in that respect. What I've given you is guidelines. What you do with those guidelines is up to you. My job is to help you ascertain what's going on in the market, why it's a viable decision to protect your profits, and using the power of the mobile alert to aid you in the ability to let you know, hey, this stock has met a planned stop point for me. I need to pull the trigger. Now, does that mean that you just totally close out of the position? Remember, it's a personal decision. Some of these stocks, you may just take half off the table because you feel strongly about the stock. Some of these stocks, you may totally take off the table. So all of this is a personal decision. Amir says, I've been wiped out so many times, I still can't make a decision. Yes, you can. I've given you and laid out the groundwork for you to make a decision. What's happened in the past happened in the past. What you've now learned should help to protect your future. The past, you've made mistakes. In the future, you're still going to make mistakes. But I'd like for you to make less of them. All right? That was me getting on my soapbox for a second to answer that question, because a lot of people are still sitting here going, so what should I do? Oh my gosh. What you should do is what fits you. My job is just to lead you down a path. How fast you get down that path or how slow you go is up to you. But do something. Can you show how to put alerts on the mobile? I see recent alerts, but not to put in. I just did that. I've been putting on alerts the whole time, Lee. Did you not watch me set up all the alerts on the portfolios that we have? I set up new alerts. Mark says, I forgot if I'm still in timeout. I'm stuck here. No, you're good. You're out of timeout. So, Lee, I've been showing all session how to set up alerts. So I'm not sure I don't know what I missed or what you missed, my friend. All right. All right. I'm going to go. John Boston. What did you say, John? I first got the VV book 1998 and then subscribed 2000. I still use the product every day. Way to go. Lee, I don't know if I missed something by setting up the alerts, so I apologize. CB says, Glenn, your guidance and VV insights have helped to turn my trading around. Thanks for all you do. Amen to that. Mark says, watching a replay will help. I don't see the add new. All right. So remember, and again, maybe I didn't do it. All right. Let's go back to the portfolios. Remember I showed you that in the portfolios? When I went to the portfolios, right? When I click on the stock, you're right, John. I'm sorry, Lee. You're right, Lee. Watch. I clicked from the portfolio, and I said that. Because it was in the portfolio, you don't see the new alert. So what did I do from the portfolio still? I clicked the reading glass, top right-hand corner. It's going to remember that that's the last stock that I just looked at, which is TQQQ, right? Now I click on that stock, and there's my alert button. There you go, John. Does that help you? Notice that mine is highlighted in. That means I already have an alert set for that. So yes, from the portfolio, it won't allow me when I click on it to add an alert. So now, once I'm at that point, I click on the reading glass in the top right-hand corner. Remember, that's the last stock. Now I can set the alert. Notice that it's highlighted in. I've got an alert set for that. John, does that answer you? Oh, sorry. Lee, does that answer your question? All right. All right. I got to go. Whew. It's a lot of energy, but I like the energy. All right. We got 46 likes. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Remember, share this. We'll get more likes from there, but my job is to bring this information to the forefront for you. Hopefully it makes sense. John says, Glenn, you do great work. Always appreciate it, my friend. It's not me. It's the software. All I do is impart that information to you. All right, I got to go. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii and the Bahamas from Mark. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Have a great weekend, folks.